on. There, this is the only time I can use this.
Are we live now?
We're live.
Are we?
We're gonna hide ourselves behind this until more people show up.
That's amazing.
Is what amazing? Happy St. Patrick's Day!
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day! Oh, I got it. You gotta mute it. I've got to
Palermo, California.
Where's
California. We got Bridget.
I don't know where Palermo is.
I have no idea where that is either.
Hey, everybody! Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's Eric's first celebratory St. Patrick's Day. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. I worked hard on this.
Comments. Yay. All right.
How is everybody? We came adorned with all of our green. Isn't this cute? This is actually going to be really good for next year when I'm teaching. I just ran to the Dollar Tree.
Louisiana. Is it warm in Louisiana? I feel like it's so warm and like humid.
Pakistan. My gosh. What time is it in Pakistan? Aww.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, you guys. It's morning here. It's 10 a.m. But I keep missing people in Ireland. So we wanted to try to catch them. And in the UK. So, or wherever else.
Puppy.
What's interesting?
Thank you.
Is this going right in your face?
We are cute.
We worked really hard on this setup.
So it's cold in Louisiana. We're sorry. It's kind of cold here also, by the way. It's going to be 70
It's sunny,
today.
but it's chilly. Yeah.
10 p.m. in Pakistan.
Oh no, 10 p.m. Okay. Kind of serious. Here we go.
We're here. That's what we're here for. Serious.
Serious questions. It's lighthearted, but we want serious questions. Give it to us. What's your question? I'm Irish. Hello. By the way, I am Irish also. I am English, Irish, Dutch, German. That's what I've been told all my life. I have green eyes. I do.
She does have green eyes.
Where do I look? Right there. Do you see they're green? They really are. And my kids all have green eyes. They were all born with blue eyes, which is really common. Babies are born, like a lot of them are born with blue eyes. And then they all changed because my ex-husband has blue eyes. He's Dutch. And but they all have my eye color. They're all green-eyed kids, which I think we're like the rarest eye color is green. I think I'm almost positive it's the rarest.
The rarest?
You have a little bit of green in your eyes. I know you don't
think
so,
but I have brown eyes, no?
Okay, there's a little bit. They're
So
not
green,
dark brown.
They're not dark.
He has no Irish in him at all.
Absolutely none.
Not Irish at all, but and you've never celebrated St. Patrick's Day.
It's my first celebration. Truly Scottish and what? Scottish and French. Ooh.
Someone says they have family in Donegal, Ireland. I have no family in Ireland, but through Facebook, before my story came out and all that, I became connected with another Jennifer Vaughn, who spells it V-A-U-G-H-A-N, just like myself. So Jennifer, if you're watching, hi. And she's in Ireland, and I followed her. I was just, I don't know, I was like in awe of her. Like we have the same name, and like she's there with my roots, and it was so fun to watch her. So we are connected through Facebook, and I think about her a lot today, actually, because she's there. It's so cool. And she used to work in a bar. It was like, you know, very Irish. We are rare. We are rare, and I'm left-handed too, so that makes me even more rare. The only redhead with brown eyes. That's a nice combination. That's really sweet.
Hi, Brian. That's me.
Vicky, finally, she made it. I gave enough notification, I hope. I hope you were like, saw some of those, because I thought about you.
So we're getting the question.
Okay, here's the question. My boyfriend refuses to wear a condom, but got the Quick and it came out negative. But I'm still afraid of sex with him without a condom because he has a lot of drug-related friends and female friends. Okay, you don't have to worry about his female friends. The chances of him getting HIV from a female, if she had HIV that was like actually active, is, okay, try to visualize this percentage, 0.0004% chance, that's less than a percent. That is the chance, 4 chances out of 10,000 exposures. You have to understand how uncommon and rare it is for a man to get HIV from a woman. So the drug, you have to know whether he's, using needles. But he came out negative. I mean, he's negative. He's negative. I wouldn't be worrying.
But it's her boyfriend, and he goes out with other people.
Okay, so
and, he has friends that are into drugs, and he has girlfriends that are into drugs. Like,
is he using
maybe...
needles? If he's using needles and sharing needles for drugs, then that's a concern for sure. Do you like my Hello Kitty shirt? This was my kid's shirt. I stole it from them.
It's so nice.
I know. I always stuff it up in my closet, and I always forget to wear it on St. Patrick's Day. And I've got my green scrubs on from when I used to be a medical assistant.
Ruth.
Hold on.
You're awake. Nicole, I'm still so worried because when I was an IV user, I've contracted hepatitis C.
I'm modeling right now. I'm just kidding.
This is so nice, baby. Stay there.
I never wear these. I'm so happy to wear these today. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Is that the same? I think it's the same person. I'm still so worried because
I'm still so worried because of my past. When I was if you're negative, it's over. There's nothing else to worry about. I've contracted Hep C, so scared that the virus is dormant. No, it doesn't lay dormant. You're positive within 2 weeks of the exposure to 12 weeks. And if it doesn't show up after that, it's over. It's over. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be stressed out.
Such thing
it can lay dormant. It can lay dormant, but you will still test positive. So there's no laying dormant and the test can't find it. The test would find it. It just isn't doing much to you. But it will find it because that means that your body already built up an antibody to it. So that is it. The people get confused thinking that it's laying dormant and that the test won't be able to find it. No, it finds it. So don't worry about that. You're not all of a sudden going to become positive years later. That's not how it works.
It will find your body's reaction to the virus.
Yes. Hi, Abby from India. We're looking adorable.
We are.
We are.
Love the best gift. That's continuing. No, but he is selling drugs to women, and I found his morphine that he sells in his truck in the same bag with his Viagra. Wow. I think we need to find another boyfriend. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't say he's doing some great things, but morphine, unless he's shooting that up with a needle, you've got no issues. It's needle use, not anything else. It's not drugs, swallowing anything. Bella, Luna, I've seen your name before too. Hey, does anybody want to be a moderator? Anybody? Let me know.
Moderators.
They make sure all the bad comments are deleted. And I've had some really nice people do that. Vicky, what's going on? You always miss me, and now you're here. You're so silent. Say something.
Vicky McConnell?
Vicky Ellis. Vicky, are you you're in Ireland, aren't you? Or are you in England? I'm sorry. We sort of in the States, we get those two. Well, we get them confused a little bit. We know Scotland is in the same piece of land as England, but I think a lot of people get that even confused. Oh, thank you, Brittany D. She said she just caught my, it's interesting that you used the word caught, because people say caught HIV. She just caught my HIV in pictures video, very powerful. Thank you, I worked really hard on it, I appreciate it. And yeah, YouTube just, I'm gonna say that they pushed that video with such amazing force to the public, and then just like that, it stopped. It stopped. If I could show you guys the graph, it's so amazing. It went from insane views to nothing. And it seemed like it was literally, they dated it from one date to another. So they really do pick videos that they push for a while. And I'm thankful that they pushed mine. It was really, it was an insane 10 days. Really, so many. I got 1,000 subscribers a day for a while. It was really crazy. So I couldn't keep it. I still have to go through. I have about 1,800 comments to approve on the video. So
somebody from New Zealand. Do you do the St. Patrick's Day there in New Zealand? Definitely.
Tea with Lexi. I'm black, but I have green eyes. Oh, that's such a beautiful combination. My God, that's very rare. I live in a very, very, how do we say? I'm a minority where I live. It's mostly Latinos. So all the kids typically have dark hair and dark eyes, but there are some that have green eyes. And I always say, oh my gosh, your eyes. And you don't mean to like make them feel like they're different amongst the other kids, but it is unusual or not as common. And I always say people must say all the time to you. I had a little boy yesterday. I said, people must say to you all the time, you've got beautiful eyes. And he was so shy. He was probably like 5 or 6, and he just nodded his head. Yes, I get told all the time that my eyes are beautiful. Let's see. What are we both doing today? Vicky wants to know. We're doing this. And it's beautiful outside, and it's Sunday, and I'm off work, so I don't know. What do you think?
I definitely want to go to the skate park.
Maybe I'm gonna have to skate.
That's the most important thing in my day. And take care of my girl.
Oh.
And like have great breakfast. We're gonna have like.
I thought you were gonna say.
We're gonna keep these on all day, by the way.
All day.
All day.
For sure. Vanessa, love the fact that you shared your story. Thank you, Vanessa. So much stigma towards HIV. My husband is HIV positive, and we were able to have 3 kids without affecting me or the kids, and he's undetectable now for 10 years. Right on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's probably doing just great and healthy and all of that. That's awesome. We don't live together. Eric he lives in Canada, and he's here during the winter for about 3 months. And and then we go and do kind of back and forth long distance and Skype every day while he's back home. He lives in Montreal, and he's going to be leaving soon.
So starting in a week or 2, we're gonna be like going back and forth for the next 7 8 months.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. What was your reaction when Jen told you she was HIV positive? You know what? Ironically, you were sitting right there. You're right there.
Well, are we talking about the same thing? About
yeah.
Your diagnostic?
When I was diagnosed and I was sitting right there, and what
I didn't
through your
believe
head?
it. I thought impossible. I thought it was a false positive.
Yeah.
I was sure, like in my mind, it was not possible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But then as we talked after the phone call, you thought, and so many people think that the phone call could not have happened, but it did. I got a phone call because I was very sick and they didn't know what was wrong with me, and he knew I was waiting. The doctor knew I was waiting for some kind of news. And so even if it was, of course we were thinking scary things like, meningitis and lupus. We didn't know what it was. So as soon as he had that, he had to call me and let me know. And there was it was after hours, and I appreciated the phone call. A lot of people say that's not how it would happen. You're making that up. It's not true. That's how it happened. He called me and he told me I got a positive on the antibody test. And then after we talked about, I don't even remember, the phone call felt so short. It's like you're left here with this like insane news that now you have HIV possibly. And he was worried that possibly he gave it to me. Remember?
I thought that I had it and I'd given her to her.
Only because you were remembering a sore throat that you'd had like the year before, which was
I
strep
had like
that he
some
had.
strep thing, and I was sick for about a month the year before, and it went away. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that whole night we went to bed, and that whole night I had to test the next morning, feeling that I was sure I was gonna. So I went there thinking, yeah, it's for sure I'm gonna be positive. It's just the confirmation.
So sad. I didn't realize that you were really thinking you'd be positive.
I was sure because I was totally sure I'd given it to you for sure.
Oh, Vicky, I love her. And sorry, I did read there was something about a Christchurch on Friday.
Yeah, that person from so interesting, from New Zealand.
Normally on St. Patrick's Day, it's quite a big event. This is from C. Thompson. However, we experienced a terror attack in Christchurch on Friday, yes. So St. Patrick's Day this year has been pretty, of course.
People might not want to be like in big groups because they're afraid it might happen again in such an event.
Yeah.
Some guy might come over like right after and like freak out.
People are mourning right now. People are mourning everywhere
It's
after what happened. It's so sad that people have to go to these extremes. I don't understand what's happening in our world. It's so sad. Really is. Hi, Jackie M. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too, and happy birthday from Canada, near Ottawa.
Ottawa's amazing.
I love
really
a Canadian.
Beautiful.
I was told over the phone too. See, Kendall, it happens. People think that it doesn't happen that way. People say, no, she's making that up. That would never happen. It does happen that way. Vicky, is there an Irish area where you live where people are going to drink? Probably in like San Francisco, for sure. There's a lot of Irish bars. In New York, I've been there, a lot of Irish bars in New York where the bartenders all are Irish. Like the accents are all there, which I loved that when I visited New York. It was so cool. Around here, definitely no. Everybody that lives around here are from Mexico. So they're probably, I like went into the Dollar Tree dressed like this in pure green, and like I had so many people staring at me. Like I look like a nutcase. There is the Midlands, Birmingham. It'll be 24-hour bender where most make won't make it to work tomorrow. Yeah, I for sure. Vicky, it was so cute. You said that you'd been at the pictures. Do you know what that means?
No.
She said she'd been at the pictures, and I had no idea what she was talking about. And then I thought about it more. I'm like, oh, think about it. She was at the pictures. What does that mean?
She was at the pictures. I have no idea.
The movies.
Oh, she went to the pictures.
Isn't that cute? The pictures. We don't say that here. I love that. Yeah, and yesterday I was talking to my kids because the word donation came up in this class, and I talked to them about, do you guys know what a donation is? And you know, they kind of had some ideas, and then somebody says it's when you share something with other people that need, you know, like the thing that you're sharing. I said yes. And I said, and sometimes it comes in different forms. I said, do you guys know what this means? 5, 6-year-olds, they don't laugh. 5 and 6. My daughter's laughing at us. Shut up. She just walked into this green storm here. They knew that this meant money. I thought that was amazing. Like our little idioms that we have in gestures. It's like amazing that how young they pick up on this. You can get a picture of us for sure.
There's plenty.
We smile.
Stop it.
Oh my God.
Ryan had no idea what we were up to down here. There's a lot going on, like behind the camera,
So
but underneath the camera.
Somebody
it's
wants to
kind
know
of
what's
funny
your
looking.
favorite fruit?
Mine? Peaches when they're sweet, for sure.
Peaches.
Yeah, peaches.
So peaches.
Where is your boyfriend from? Can't figure out the accent. I know, I thought he was
I
from...
don't see any accent.
None at all, no. I thought he was German at first when I met him. He's from Montreal. He's Canadian. He's Quebec. He speaks
Quebec.
He's Quebec. He's Quebecois. He speaks Quebecois. He speaks French. He's French Canadian. You Americans are so funny. Vicky, I had a neighbor who was, you are English, right? Or are you Irish? Please help me confirm this because I'm confused now.
Vicky definitely from England.
He has a French Canadian accent, and he knows, like, there is definitely a distinct difference between French accents and French Canadian, big time. I don't know.
For a non-French speaker, it's just a French accent, but when we speak as different as Australian and Americans speak the English, I would say.
Ricky's
Did
like,
I phrase
"What's on
that
your head?"
okay?
Yeah,
It's a different
accent.
way of articulating the words.
Yeah,
we-
love the best gift. I love you both. God bless you. Thank you, and have a great day. Thank you. Eric is a cutie. I love when his beard comes in.
The beard. It's
I know.
the beard.
I told him he does it on purpose to make me crazy.
I'm lazy when I'm not working. If I'm working, I'm gonna be shaving like almost every day, but here I can let go.
I like it. So handsome.
Jennifer, she looks Irish.
I
Especially with all
am
the
Irish. I am a little bit, for sure. I've got a little bit in me.
green. Medication is quite free if you're Canadian or American with insurances.
Abby says, you look like the Disney Little Mermaid couple, Ariel and Eric.
That's the whole point.
That's funny.
That's what we want to look
Looking
like.
groovy. Gia says we're looking groovy. We wanted to be festive. You know, why not? I used to put green food coloring in my toilets in the morning for my kids, and I did green milk, and they wouldn't drink it. And then I'd do green eggs. I put in the food coloring in the eggs and do scrambled eggs. They'd push it around and wouldn't touch it. But they liked the green water, for sure. That was always fun. And yeah. So you've never gone, like, through school, Eric has never worn green on St. Patrick's Day,
No.
ever.
First
so
time.
he doesn't know this tradition about being
I
pinched.
think this is even my first green shirt.
I think it is,
I
too.
bought this about a month ago, and I kind of wanted to wear something different. I always wear black, gray, or white.
Black, gray, or white.
Kind of wanted to put some color in my life.
Match my eyes. I think it works.
Yeah, it's matched
I think
eyes
it works, totally.
when we go out. When we go to big parties and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Cats love peaches. Do they?
Cats love peaches. Maybe maybe I missed.
You're a
My
cat
cats
people.
love peaches. Really? That's strange.
We'll try
Cats
that.
don't usually eat fruit, but okay. That's interesting. Lithuania, a local river, is colored in bright green on St. Patrick's Day. I heard they did that in. Don't they do that in Ireland too, or England
Is
or
that
something?
environmentally friendly?
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't think so.
I s-
It ends up in the ocean, and it's like, well, it's
Well, no, I think they
Yeah.
make it environment. I saw it like it came out of a burst out of like the back of a boat. I saw that. Raspberries is Eric's favorite for sure.
I wrote raspberries.
You wrote. Oh,
Definitely
it's
my favorite.
raspberry. You just had an extra E in there.
Raspberries. Yeah.
Yeah. Laugh out loud. Oh, Chloe Miller, laugh out loud. Come sub at Aptos Junior again. Hi, Chloe. I know I'm at Aptos High on Tuesday doing a PE again. I'm gonna see my kids again that I had for 6 weeks, but I'm actually gonna doing weightlifting. Doing the
Get some
weightlifting class,
muscles.
like as if I'm doing anything. I just go in there and take attendance, and they lift weights. Yeah. It's not easy being green. What's that from?
I heard that.
I know. What is that?
It's not easy being green. Where does
It's-
that come from?
It's from a cartoon. I can't think of what it is.
What's that on the table?
They'll let us know.
This?
This?
We have oranges in the back.
Yeah. Oh, oranges. Yeah.
We're live, by the way.
Yeah. Kermit! Oh, it's Kermit! It's not easy being green. It's like a sad song.
Oh.
Yeah. Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog.
The
St. Patrick's Day.
McDonald's St. Patrick's Day milkshake.
They
The,
have a milkshake, and don't they have like this
What's it called?
Sunday? I remember going through Texas on
Everybody knows it's Kermit. That's so funny. Can you explain it to me how your health system insurance works? In the United States, we have either private insurance through an employer, and you pay like into that, and you'd pay like a copay for your medication. Since my divorce, I qualified for something called Medi-Cal in the state of California, so I get free medical care because I would fall into this category because of my income. Me and my kids, all of us have had that for 10 years. So that's for my state. And then other than that, I know like when I was married, my ex-husband worked construction, and he didn't have an option for health insurance at all. So we had to buy our own. And so because we didn't qualify for Medi-Cal at that point when we were married, so we had to buy our own Blue Cross, Blue Shield, something like that. I think that's what we had. It was like $400 a month. It was very expensive, and we had to pay for copays for medication or doctor's visits, like a $15, $20 copay. You decide, kind of like the smaller the copay, the higher you're going to pay per month. Basically, if you pay less per month, you're going to have a bigger copay when you go in to see the doctor. Like maybe $45. I used to work in a that's why I have scrubs. I used to work at a doctor's office locally here, so I know a little bit about insurance because of that also. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so insurance here is totally different than like where Eric lives, where you get like
probably would be free in Canada.
Yeah,
I think.
England.
In Quebec,
I know in
definitely
England it's
because
like
of the RAMQ.
I'm reading Abby right now. She
So-
says, a little update on me. I recently made a switch from a triplet. A triplet's rough. I don't know. I never got like settled on it, so all I got was the initial effects, but I know people take it for a long time. Titivicay plus Descovy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And I feel so good. Can't tell. Oh, that's good. Although I was undetectable, but this switch was awesome. I feel so good. Oh, I'm so glad for you. Because a triplet to me was a freaking nightmare. I took it for about a week, and it just was like every time I looked at that pill, I was like shaking, going, I can't believe I have to put this back in my body and go through that shitstorm of feeling horrible for, as it's doing what it's doing. And I thought that was the rest of my life was going to be like that. So if you can get off a triplet, I think it's an older medication. Here in the U.S., they really don't even use it. But you're looking at us on that.
Yeah, I see. Well,
It's a delay, yeah.
there's a
Shamrock Shake, thank you. I was like drawing a blank. I draw a blank a lot of time in the lives. Some pressure to get it all right, but thank you so much. Yeah, Shamrock Shake, oh my gosh, I'm 48 years old, and I got those back when I was like 5. So that's
Shamrock
a
Shake.
long time that they've been around. That's a long, long time.
Ricky.
India.
Is that a city name?
Hi,
Lucknow?
Heather. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you also.
Huh.
Notification
Gen
worked.
Boy.
Yay. Bridget, crime time in bed. Cooper, you must be here because of the Chris Watts case. I'm sure that's how you found me. Because she's into true crime for sure. Thank you, Aaron. Says you guys are awesome. Your story is very inspiring. Big ups to your family. Thank you. Kermit the Frog. I used to cry when I would like play that Kermit the Frog album when he was like the Rainbow Connection. Oh my God, I'd sit there. I remember like being at my dad and my stepmom's house and like playing that on a record player, the Rainbow Connection. Da-da-da, the dreamers in me. Na 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 na. Do you know that song?
I don't.
And little Kermie's sitting there on I know his little foot's like swinging and he's like on a not a ramp, but like, you know, what do you call those like wooden like things that like sit over like a look up the Rainbow Connection, and he's playing a little banjo, I think. So cute.
Rainbow Connection. Yeah, there it is. We got it.
Kendall's on Genvoya and never had one side effect, became undetectable in 2 months. See? It can be very simple. It can be very simple. Not that we want people to have HIV, but we don't want people to be scared to test, thinking that it's the end of your life. You need to know that it is a manageable chronic condition today, or chronic manageable condition today.
You ready?
Sure. Am I gonna get demonetized because I play this? Gosh, that looks like it's from the 50s. Isn't there a newer version?
Is that it?
Yes. About rainbows. On the other side. We look like we're high, my God.
Like we're on drugs.
Eric looks stoned. Someone just said that. He
It's
doesn't smoke. He's not.
I don't smoke.
We're just drinking coffee. Oh.
We're drinking coffee.
This is the daily grind. My son got me this for Christmas. Looking
You know,
fabulous. Thank you, Kim.
Totally obvious when somebody's on marijuana. It's so obvious.
On the marijuana.
You know it right away. You just see the eyes and the smile. And
Totally. What's for breakfast? We haven't eaten yet, Ruth. We're I don't know. I'm not hungry yet. This usually like fills me up for a while. Then I'll, eggs at some point probably. Let's see.
Sings it with Debbie Harry.
Wow.
That song.
From Blondie.
Wow.
I could see her
kinda wanna
doing that. She
listen.
mellowed out to have a sweet little song with Kermie. I knew no one could resist Kermit the Frog. That's Jenna Marble's dog's name, Kermie. So cute. Or Kermit, I guess. Not always when you smoke for a long time, you learn to hide for respect to others. Interesting. Yeah, when you never smoke and then you smoke out of the blue, it's like it's the worst feeling ever. Ugh. And you wonder, why do people do this all the time? But I think there's a lot of benefits to CBD oils and, all that stuff. I mean, a lot of people are talking about it. I don't take it personally. I don't feel the need for any of it. But, yeah, I think it can be really beneficial. Vicky says, is it a myth that Americans have pancakes in the morning? It is not a myth. Oh, my God, not at all. I have Bisquick. Do you know what Bisquick is? I'll show you.
Pancakes are great. We should have pancakes later.
We should. So
Jennifer does the Mickey waffles. Also.
Not an advertisement for Bisquick, but we
No.
do make this all the time. Yeah, and I do Mickey waffles. I have a Mickey Mouse waffle head maker, and my kids, I've been making that for them since they were very little.
Interesting that the
What?
I will sound really stupid, but it's written backwards on the video.
Oh, that means we're backwards.
We're backwards. We're like
How
I'm
are
actually
we?
sitting on the opposite side
Oh, that's true.
because this is like the mirror image
It's
of
the
us.
mirror image. That's weird.
Interesting.
So my hair is actually parted on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
Maple syrup with pancakes, my fave, totally. I like the berry syrups. Those are kind of my favorite. Yeah, we make pancakes for sure. I mean, I don't do it very often. It's sort of like a Sunday morning fun thing to do. There's no way I'd do it before work or anything. It takes a little bit of time. But yeah, we love pancakes. And I add a little extra milk to make them thin. I like them nice and thin. And they're always fun to get when you're at a breakfast joint. They're always typically pretty good. I don't like McDonald's pancakes though. They're weird and rubbery. They're strange. First time I catch you on a live chat. Junie Tag, awesome. Greetings from Germany. He lived in Germany for 2 years.
I was in
Happy
Germany,
St. Patrick's
Münster,
Day.
for 2 years. Nice little city.
Doesn't that beard suit him? It does. I love the gray. It's so. Somebody saw him on my Instagram last night. There's a couple guys that have crushes on Eric, and he said, "Oh,
I have a group of fans.
they do," and they call you Dad.
They call me Dad.
And they said, "Oh, Dad strikes again," because there was a
Dad
picture of you.
strikes again.
I get it. I get what they see in you.
What
I
are?
think it's cute. I mean, I think it's nice. Anyone that's attracted to you, I think that's really awesome. What does monetize and demonetize means? It means that YouTube will put advertisements on the video or they won't, and so they'll either allow you to make some money on the videos. Live videos don't really do anything for my channel, but monetize means money. Basically, it means they'll pay you for the video, or they will not. So if you say certain things, they'll demonetize it. I had a live the other day that the whole thing was, there was nothing about it that was like a problem. And then I said, I'm old as, and I said the F word. And I know that it was demonetized after. And I know that's like, they have a thing that I'm sure it's.
They have some kind of algorithm that scan the videos and look for words or music that you put that you don't have the rights for. Like just say that video that we listened to from Kermit the Frog.
Right.
That can mean that there's not going to be any monetized.
They could demonetize the video.
Yeah.
And you know, I gotta feed my kids.
She's pouring coffee.
Pour my coffee.
Yeah.
So pumpkin. Wait. Vicky says she had eggs and soldiers. What are soldiers?
I don't know what
idea.
soldiers are.
Sausage?
Either.
I have no idea what soldiers are. Soldiers. I have no idea. No idea. Potatoes? Hash
It's
browns?
definitely a carb.
Oh, I can't wait to find out. I have no idea. No. You know, we don't even have a moderator, and everybody's being really nice. That's so nice. Thank you for like not getting on here and being mean to me. I'm in attendance, loving the shamrocks. You guys look so cute. Oh, thank you. Pumpkin pancakes, yum. That sounds good. Saw
Is that a
on
soldier?
Triple D the other day. Must try again. We don't know what a soldier is. Sausage. Wait, England.
Oh,
Ruth
makes
Bell
sense.
says. Ruth.
Soldier
oh my
could be
gosh!
like sausage.
Ruth, did I talk to you earlier? Ruth is a woman who contacted me who had gone years and years with HIV and not getting treatment, and she saw my video, reached out to me, and said because of my story that she's now going to go to the doctor and get help. And she went to the doctor and had a really positive experience with, I hope, Ruth, you're very anonymous, had a really positive experience, and she's on treatment and everything's going great, and she's joined my group, and it's so good to hear that. There's another Kevin who follows me also. He always, he was the same. He found my story and it encouraged him to go get treatment, and he was already feeling so much better, because the HIV, if you're not in an AIDS state, it can still like do things like just, you know, it makes you feel sore and achy and tired, and it can create so many problems. It's a virus, you know, it's doing things to your body. So I'm so glad that they got help. Soldiers are strips of toast.
Okay.
So
I thought it was sausage.
Do you cut them? I don't know. Abby says, but if you put a darker shade of red lipstick, you will look quite hot. You have the looks. You're 48.
She's already super
I
hot.
never wear red. Oh my God. You look 32 to me. That's really nice. Thank you. I'm already super hot. You're so nice.
That'd be like, yeah, that's interesting.
I've never
we should
worn
try
red.
the red lipstick.
This is my color.
You look
right
32.
now.
You look
It's
16.
in my backpack. This is Heather Shimmer.
Heather Shimmer.
And it's
number
number 66. And I don't know, it's like whatever that is. It's got a crown on it. I don't know. This is the last one. I haven't been able to find it. And I got it on my tooth. That's all I wear.
Wired Up TV, like, that's a channel, right?
I don't know.
Who's that? I feel like I know. What is?
Okay.
So
it's
this person
toast
has
cut into
just
8
started
pieces.
a channel, I think, Wired Up TV. Let's look it up.
Oh, I get it. Okay, so the toast is there to dip into the soft-boiled egg. Oh, that's right. I had a friend who was German. Her parents were from Germany, and they used to do the soft-boiled eggs, and they'd put them in the little tiny cups, and we'd knock it off the top of the shell with a knife, and then we'd scoop the egg out. And when I was a kid, I would go to her cabin, and they would do this, and I thought it was the most special, amazing thing ever. And they'd make puff pancakes too, where you put it in the oven with the batter and the butter, and it puffs up really big. Oh my God, the carbs we used to eat, Christ. We'd go home and make that like every day after lunch. I used to eat waffles like every day after lunch. I don't know how I wasn't like 400 pounds. So I just spit, sorry. Let's see.
Yeah, that wired up TV. I remember getting asked how to like get the channel going, and and he's got more than 1,000 subscribers now.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He does everything about Tupac.
Oh, Tupac.
Remember we didn't know who Tupac was? Tupac.
It's like Pac. I don't know.
It's like an artist.
Someone says, "Kiss me."
Interesting. I am a subscriber, by the way, of Wired Up TV.
You are? Oh, that's
yes.
nice of you. That's nice. It's not about getting high, it's about living. Yeah, I totally. My parents use CBD oil, and they're in their 70s, and they use it for different arthritis and stuff like that. My mom was passing out. My little mom, who's like the most innocent thing ever, had like brownie bites that she was passing out to family members at her lunch. It was hysterical. I'm like, look at mom. She's like I mean, it's so funny because it became legal in the US, and then all of those things were like, it was no longer this big, scary, like illegal thing. It was very like accepted, and now we can pass out weed when we're 70 years old at a at an outside lunch at a restaurant. It's just it's so funny. It's changed so much. Sorry, I'm bothered by this tag. There we go. Okay. Abby going to take an international trip.
I just answered her. I don't think they're going to check your luggage for like medication.
The medication? No.
Never.
They don't give a crap.
No.
They don't give a crap at all. I think it's normal that I'm still thinner after 2.5 months of therapy than before. You call them helper cells. I say T cells or CD4. We're 130. I mean, it just takes time. It takes time. Eat whatever you want, But it didn't take me long. I saw I remember seeing my thighs filling in, and just, seeing, it was 20 pounds I had to gain back. It was crazy. I can't believe how thin I got. Oh, Wired Up TV. I'm assuming Wired Up TV's a man.
Yes.
Something wrong? Oh my God.
Like my little bell was not clicked on. I just clicked on my little bell.
Your
So
notification,
next time I'll because he put out a video 14 hours ago. He or she, we don't, well, I think it's a he, yes, for sure.
Yeah, I've traveled with my HIV medication. That is in no way an alarm to anybody. It's just your medication. It's none of their business. Don't even worry about that. Yeah, it's how tall am I, Heather? I used to be 5'11" and 3/4. I was always just a smidge under 6 feet tall, which I was very happy about. Didn't want to be 6 feet tall. As a girl, I didn't really like that I was that tall as it was. I was taller than my mom and my sister, who is 7 years older than me. Like, I felt like they didn't understand how it felt to be as tall as me. I had 2 other girlfriends who were as tall as me. So at least we all suffered together as far as trying to find pants and all that. They didn't sell long pants back then. We'd buy men's jeans at the Gap, and then like we'd do the whole fold over roll up thing. But I shrunk an inch. I couldn't believe it. When I worked at this doctor's office, I measured myself and I thought they must have done it wrong, and I did it over and over, and I was 5'10" and 3/4, so a whole inch shorter since like my freshman year of college. So I did shrink an inch. So
You lost an inch, baby.
I know. I'm almost 5'11", but I'm not 5'11" and 3/4. I'm not almost 6 feet anymore, which is fine with me. I don't mind being a little bit shorter. My mom used to be like 5'9", and she's 5'6" now.
Oh,
I'm
3
not kidding.
inches?
Yeah.
It's been a long time that I haven't measured myself.
We're very much the same height. I'd say you're probably 5'11" and a half, maybe.
I'm a little more, yeah.
Yeah. Respect to marijuana users, for sure. 420 all the way, baby. Tell us what the model industry looks for. They do, and really, really thin. Yeah. Abby says that was the reason for a switch. Actually, a triplet really made me thin. Yeah, because it makes you feel like crap. Helper cells, T cells. Yeah, helper cells, T cells, CD4 are all the same. They're the cells that are there. It's your immune system. It's the cells that are there to keep you healthy and fight off and ward off disease. And when those get suppressed because of HIV, then all these other opportunistic infections can get in and make someone with HIV very sick. Acute illness does not occur after a week after exposure, no. HIV will not do anything to anybody before 2 weeks. 2 weeks is the soonest. You could end up with, it's called seroconversion. It's when your body is basically it's like aware all of a sudden that there's this new thing there, and it's going to create an antibody, and all of that happening can make you very sick in the very beginning, and then it calms down, and it can calm down for a long, long time. Oh, thank you, Ricky said they love me. Yeah, or it could be like me.
I'm just
Is
sick.
it too much?
I'm just sick of having this in front of me. Fell
Okay,
down.
that's fine.
Is there chocolate in there?
There's no chocolate.
No?
No
You sure?
chocolate. But like me, I had issues all along the way until they figured it out and finally tested. In Watsonville, it's really important that your interaction with your doctor. I think they're saying what? Oh, they're not saying Watsonville.
Really important interaction with your doctor, yeah.
Yes, of course. If you're not satisfied with him or her, you can always change. In fact, that's what I'm doing with my kid's doctor. We're changing because we had not
All
a very.
chicks are hot.
We did not have a very good week with our doctor, our pediatrician. Thank you. Well, tall women are beautiful. My wife is tall. Oh, you're married. Nice. Tall chicks are hot.
I love that hashtag. We'll use it.
I hated
I want to
being.
look it up.
Until I went to college, I hated being tall. I was taller than all the boys in high school, and I felt like they didn't like me really. And then I got to college, and I got to reinvent myself, and I had a boyfriend in 3 days. This is not hard.
Tall chicks are hot. I got a message this morning on
Did
Instagram.
you?
Probably
Eric, you
someone.
living in California for good? No, he's only here. He's leaving
it's you.
soon. It's me? Yeah, I sent you that.
9 o'clock.
He's leaving back for Canada within the next couple weeks to go back to work because the snow will be melting, and his company and his guys are like basically hungry for work again. And it's time for his business to get going again. As soon as the snow melts, he works outside doing French drains, ironically, even though the French has nothing to do with being French. It's named after a man whose last name was French. But there's special drains that are done, and they're not in California, but they're very common in Montreal, and he repairs them. But there has to be
I feel it fixed people's French drain.
Well, you don't do
Yeah,
it
I
I'm really. It's his business. He's not so much the.
I get all the credit for doing it, but my guys do it. I'm like the guy, like, what do you say, like the man that's in charge of the orchestra.
Yeah, well, you're the boss.
I am the what do you call that person? The master.
Yeah, oh my gosh, help us. Why I always draw blanks on these, my God. Conductor.
When am I gonna pop the question?
We're not getting married. It's so funny. Like, I've been married, and I'm totally happy not being married. We're so happy, like, being married wouldn't change anything. Unless, I always say, of course, I want to get him here in this country, and then we can do that.
I have a few videos on my channel. Yes, I do have a channel. It's I haven't done one for a long time. I think I have 50 subscribers.
I'm surprised you don't have more.
More
After
videos or more
after
subscribers?
these lives, like, I'm surprised that you don't have more.
Well, people don't look me up on
YouTube. Yeah, we support you no matter what. Thank you. I really like. Yeah, I always think of Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, who have been together for years and years and years, and they're not married. They're just together because they want to be together. I don't know really what the difference is. I mean,
that question always
it's paper.
comes up.
It's just
It's
a piece of paper.
Piece of paper.
And actually, it makes our life more complicated, honestly.
It's interesting. Yes, I think so. Also,
Mm-hmm.
it just changes the whole thing when you're married.
Yeah.
Put up a link. I think you can just look me up.
Yeah, just his name. I think
Eric
if you click on
Champoux.
his name right there, it goes right to it.
I don't know if it.
Ruth likes being married. That's good.
I don't know. Will you find me up? Yes, you'll find me on.
Thank you, Shannon.
I have 59 subscribers.
You. Are your videos monetized?
I don't know.
Look at that's you. That's a
Yeah.
12. You have a 12-second video. That's the
Yes.
skating.
I love those short videos. Oh, I put videos like when we go to snowboard.
Yeah.
I put like
It's got
stuff.
some great
Yeah,
snowboarding videos.
there's some funny stuff in there.
Love and marriage. Yeah, that's from that
There's
show.
a lot of stuff.
Oh, Ryan was in the backyard. Yeah. Does your hat say kiss me? It does. My little things say kiss me. You should kiss me.
I was gonna sneeze.
Oh, sorry. Oh, bless you. You did. I know. Ryan, was this your Hello Kitty shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. My gosh, this is my daughter's. This is a Target special here. Hello Kitty. Everyone I know that got married went from getting tax returns to having to own all the time, to owe all the time.
Is that true?
I always thought there was benefits to being married, but I think sometimes there's not. He's allergic to kisses.
I was gonna sneeze and then
That's so
I'm
funny.
allergic to cats.
That is so funny. That'd be a funny little short video.
Short video,
You
a
kissing
vine.
me and then just sneezing right after. Yeah, it's the HIV kiss. Made you sneeze
Maybe,
right after.
yeah, it's my antibodies.
Yeah, I
working.
used that with Owen the other night. I said I was like really tired. He was begging for a Subway sandwich, and I said, "My God, Owen, leave me alone." I said, "I have HIV. Stop." That's basically how it's treated in this house, and he just started laughing. He's like, "Oh my God, what's next for my YouTube channel?" Well, I need to do a video for tomorrow, which I haven't done yet. So I think I'm going to talk about the London man who was cured of HIV, and I'll save it for the video. I'm just rolling with this, you know. I'm riding this YouTube wave and kind of going with what people want to see. Definitely more interviews with people who are HIV positive. I have a lot of people. I just have to figure out how to do it where it's like a split screen. I think it's like Google, like something, I can't remember. It's Google something. But anyways, yeah, I definitely have a lot of things planned. It's like never ending. There's so many things to talk about. And I mean, just even my life and stuff like that. Or, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. At 50, you've lived a lot. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Don't you think we're blessed
We're
to live?
always talking about what you could talk about next in your videos.
Yeah, you
know,
equals
there's
you.
so many ideas, so many things.
Yeah, I
It's
should.
hard. It's always the hard part is to choose.
Yeah, I always feel like I should Google Hangout. That's a Hangout, definitely. I was thinking it was something room. You hang out in a room, yeah. Yeah, it's Google Hangout, and I definitely need to do. There's people that are kind of asking to do it, so I just need to figure it out and do it. I feel like I never have enough time. I need better editing software. There's just so many things that I wanna change. Eric bought me a nice Diva light that's actually shining on us right now. You can
Diva
probably
light
see it
is
in my
a game
glasses right
changer.
there.
Totally. The
Except
lighting
it
is
glares
so
in
much
my
better.
glasses. But it is better. Yeah, Google Hangout just allows you to connect with somebody, I believe, through YouTube, where we can have like a split screen and do and not an interview so much, but just a conversation. My daughter's one's sitting right over there.
No.
Just for a second. She's of course gonna hide. And Joey's at her boyfriend's, and Owen's probably upstairs sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, U equals U, just really fast, is undetectable equals untransmittable. It means when someone's viral load is undetectable, when they take their medication, that happens pretty quickly. They can no longer transmit the virus. So it's already been proven, and we don't need to argue about it with anybody because we all know it's the truth. So if you go to www.preventionaccess.org, I'll put it on here, you can find out anything you want to know. Preventionaccess.org. You can go there and look at the fact page. Did I spell it right? Preventionaccess.org. You can look. I don't work out. I'm so bad. I used to do an exercise video every day. I did Jackie Warner and the chick from
I make sure she
Biggest Loser.
exercises every day.
The Biggest Loser. I used to do her. Yeah, I do things with him, like I'll skate, snowboard, but I don't do the push-ups and the sit-ups like I used to. I feel like kind of what I did for years and years and years, I'm sort of still like benefiting from maybe, but I'm so bad. I feel like I used to when the weather's warm, I'll walk the dog, but no. I used to run too. I ran all the time, but I'm just lazy. It's always green around me. You get it? 420. I get it.
We get it.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, when someone's viral load is undetectable, women already are incredibly low transmitters as it is, incredibly low. Like we've already talked. I just talked about that in the beginning of the video. 0.0004% chance of transmitting, and that means they'd have to have HIV. It would have to be out of control HIV, and every single one of those encounters, 10,000 of them, there'd have to be skin breakage or something, and it only happens 4 times out of 10,000 exposures. So if you can kind of like wrap that around your brain, that's what they've calculated. I think it's lower. I mean, I just do. I know too many women that were like me that were diagnosed and they had partners that had been with them for years and years who were all negative. So they'd gotten it from a partner previous. They didn't know they had it. Those partners had been exposed to them. I know one lady who was married for 10 years and her husband's negative. And like, so how do you explain that? How is someone exposed for 10 years, a man exposed to a woman for 10 years, and then they test negative? That's not luck. It's not luck. HIV doesn't go through skin. It doesn't go through intact skin. So you have to think about how a penis is. It's very uncommon for a penis to like, sorry Ryan, but for there to be like a tear. It's like, how else is it gonna get in there? So I don't do private. I'm sorry. I'm really busy life. It's very hard for me. A lot of people want to talk to me privately. I can't do it. I'm so sorry.
That's
It's
where
just a lot.
we're
That's
here
why
now.
I do this.
We're here now to answer your questions. So there's gonna be
There's too many people that want to do that.
So many people asking for private, and then there's no time for this.
How many years a person live with HIV?
Forever.
Yeah, sure. Like my life expectancy is no different than it was before. That's what my doctor tells me. Yep. But if you're not taking medication,
then your life expectancy
is gonna affect you.
Very short.
Yeah, you need to be taking medication. Yeah. And the medication, there's so many out there. If one doesn't work for you because of side effects, or it's not, well, of course they test your blood beforehand to see whether you're resistant or sensitive to different medications. That's how they determine what medication you should be taking. So then they go from there and figure out what medication you can take. If your side effects are too strong and you can't manage on a daily basis with daily activities, they do something else. And there's so many options. So don't be afraid to test. Don't be afraid to go see a doctor about it. It doesn't show up anywhere on you. No one will even know that you have it. You don't have to tell anybody, but you should test to know. You need to be, in charge of your health, making sure that you're okay. Yeah, nobody will judge. I don't even know who you are. I can't even see a picture or anything. Bridget Crime. It's funny, we didn't talk about Chris Watts one time in this.
No Chris Watts.
We didn't. That's actually, kind of tired of talking about Chris Watts. But it's funny, people are taking that interview with him and like literally breaking, I knew they'd do that. People are breaking like every comment apart and making a video out of it. And like True Crime Loser said, once you have Chris Watts numbers and you get to feel that, you kind of want to keep doing it. So I get why people are like actively like pulling apart that interview just to talk about, there's views for sure. There's no doubt about that. Maybe they will find a cure one day as time advances. Maybe, but it would be better if everybody, if they can't, it'd be better if everybody was just on medication and that they,
the only way to get rid of HIV is
and
that
then they
everybody tests, everybody's medicated, and
Right.
it will eventually vanish with.
right.
It won't transmit.
It'll die with us. We won't be transmitting it to any, people
Yeah,
with
that's
HIV.
the,
I would
that's
say
the
to me,
idea,
I
but
didn't
it
think
keeps
it
on
was anyways.
spreading somehow.
Bridget, oh, you're positive? What? Oh, I guess, but you're also True Crime, right? Wow, look at that.
There was a question that we missed, I think. Can you have unprotected sex with an HIV positive man?
Oh yeah.
Unprotected was undetectable.
Yeah, oh yeah. Gay men can have anal sex that there's tears involved and semen, blood, semen, everything, and they will not transmit it. They won't transmit it. So it goes for every kind of, every kind of like situation you can think of. Men, women, women, men, men, men. We'd never really include women, women, because there's never really, I don't think there's even a case of a woman transmitting to another woman. It was something to do with a sex toy, and like I don't even know that really happened, but hey, do you want to know when will the injectable HIV meds come? Do you know, Abby? I thought that they were going to be testing them this year, but wait, what Bridget said AIDS? Why did she say AIDS? I see that she says yes. This is your first time saying something about it?
First time out of the closet.
Oh, that's special. That's super special. I'm glad that you said something. If you go to Instagram if you want to join my private group. I have a private group with almost 200 HIV positive women. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. It's and that's the best way.
I remember it was started with like maybe like 5, 6, and then 10.
It was 15. About 15 when because it was women that had contacted me, and I was like talking to every one of them separately, and it was so much, and I'm like, I need to like put these women together, and it was amazing. So this is my Instagram. If you want to, everybody's positive. It's a private group on Facebook. No one can even search for it. I have to add you into it. Yeah, cool, for sure, Bridget. That's awesome. And does that feel like empowering or like freeing to say something? To like kind of, even though you're pretty anonymous, like it must feel good to like say that and know that it's okay. Because it is okay. You should be able to say it without anybody saying anything to you. You shouldn't have to feel bad about it. I would love an injectable. How fun would that be? Just shove that thing in my thigh. Yeah, it'd be better than taking it every day. I don't care about taking the every day. I have a timer on my phone and it keeps going off. And if I don't take it, I don't push stop. I always hit snooze. So if I'm like around other people and I'm still working, because that's happening lately, I'm working at an after school program, I have to keep hitting snooze because I forget to bring my pills in with me. It's just kind of a drag. It's just sort of like, crap. Oh, Bridget, she's crying. You're gonna make me cry. I'm really honestly, like, that's very special. It's good. And you don't even know that you just saying that now will help other people who watch my video. Not just now, but it'll go on as a video on my channel, and other people will see that you did that, and that it all helps other people you don't even know. Believe me. Oh, see, Vicky just said good for you, Bridget. Yeah. It's good to have support, awesome. Just to know that you're like, it's okay to say something. You know, it's not easy. People don't want to talk about it. And in that group, you can be yourself, because everybody has it. We all knew what it felt like to get that diagnosis. Every one of those 200 women, no one got that diagnosis and was like, whatever. Everybody had the feeling that you got. Everybody. We all have that in common. So it's like, it's just so amazing to be there with all these women who have the same worries, and very few of them are public. There's a few, I'd say less than 10 in my 200. Basically everybody else is very private. They either don't tell anybody, or only their significant other knows, but they are mostly very private. How early was Freddie's death in reference to life-saving medication? I think he was right there. I think it was right around, yeah. Like... He died in 92, I believe, was it? No, maybe he was a couple years away. That had held on for another 6 months or so that he would have been around. Is there? Yeah, no, he was close. He was. There's no doubt about it. Remind me if you know. I can't look it up right now. Remind me if you know. Well, don't worry about it. But it's, yeah, I do believe he was within maybe a year or so of probably having. I don't know that he was taking anything. I don't know if he was taking AZT or anything, which we've kind of found didn't do really anything. They have injectables for people with asthma, but the medication is so expensive it can't afford it. I know, I have a feeling like if they have an injectable for HIV, that's gonna be something that won't be so easy for everybody to have. 91, I don't think it was 6 months. I feel like people had better medication at like 96, 97. I think it was a bit later, yeah. Who is my favorite HIV positive advocate? Bruce Richmond. That's like without a doubt. Do you even look at him and think that he has HIV? I mean, I know that there's no look, but it's like Bruce never talks about the fact that he has HIV. I've never seen him even take a pill. It's so funny. I just look at him and he's just this badass like advocate, and I'm like, he's awesome. It's Bruce for sure, and everybody loves Bruce. It doesn't matter what sexual orientation you have or race you are or whatever. He reaches out to everybody and everybody loves him. Like everybody. It's really nice to see. That's a good question. Thank you. Mine is Greg. Oh, Louganis. I forgot he has HIV. Dang, I totally forgot that. That's right, Greg, the diver.
Huh?
Totally forgot Greg Louganis had HIV.
Who?
Okay,
The
so if
diver?
you're talking famous, I would go Pedro Zamora. I'd say he was my favorite. Pedro, for sure, from the real world. Dude, like, blazed a trail back when it was
Great
not okay to talk
Louganis.
about it. He talked about having AIDS. He went out and spoke to people. He put himself on TV. He blew my mind with what he did. He literally wasted away and almost died right in front of us. And yeah, and he was amazing. And I had no idea. I was very touched by him and Ryan White, as most people were. But I really, like, Pedro, I felt so connected to him after I was diagnosed because I love the real world. I never missed an episode, and San Francisco Real World was one of my favorites because it was close to my house. I live literally 20 minutes from San Francisco. I remember when that episode came out, we didn't have the internet back then. We'd wait for books to come out. They'd have these picture books that would come out about the show afterwards. And I couldn't wait to get my hands on one of those books to look at all the pictures and see what maybe these people were doing now. It was so exciting. And then I found out that later on I'd found out that Pedro had died the very last episode had showed of his season. He died that day. Or maybe the day after. It was like the day or the day after. Or yeah, it was crazy. And I'm friends with Judd Winnick on Instagram. Like, we definitely, like, we connected on Instagram, and he knows my story, and he knows how I feel about his involvement with HIV too. He and his wife Pam are advocates in a way. I mean, they always talk about Pedro still to this day on their Instagram and Facebooks, and still continue to keep that awareness alive for sure. Oh, thank you. Piccolo says Jennifer has broken the stigma. Thanks. Freddie Mercury dealt with it well, I think. I feel like he suffered in silence too. He didn't tell anybody, although I'm sure close, his bandmates knew and stuff like that, but he didn't divulge it to the public until the day before he died. Jennifer, now whenever I watch her, because I always brag about how she has broken the stigma. Kelly knows Jennifer. Oh, that's so nice. Thanks. You just made me cry. Greg Louganis is quite sexy. Not as sexy as him. Ryan's like, ew. Don't say that. I haven't seen you in a Speedo jumping off a diving board. You should do that. I always say you have a swimmer's body. You do.
I will do that for you. Anything.
For sure.
She wants, she gets.
You're the best.
I have a Speedo.
You do? Do you really? Ryan Wolfie, is there any chance I can get HIV from someone not positive? I'm a hypochondriac, been having symptoms. Well, how could you get HIV from somebody who's not positive? That doesn't make any sense. No. They have to have active HIV. And
I'm glad we answered that one.
Yeah, and if you are a man having sex with a woman, go back and watch this video earlier. I talked about the chances of that actually happening. If you're having sex with men, then you should be on PrEP. And that means it's called Truvada. It's a drug called Truvada, and you should be taking PrEP. I don't know if you're gay. I don't know what the deal is. But if you're actively having unprotected sex with men, you should be on Truvada. And it's an amazing medication that keeps... it's like, I don't even know, 98% effective, something like that. It's a very, very, effective medication against getting HIV. And it's the same medication you would take if you feel that you were exposed to it. Within 72 hours, you would take Truvada. And you'd have to go to a doctor for that and say, look, I feel like I've been exposed. They start having you take it. I think they have you take it for about 2 weeks, maybe. And that's also very effective. If there was actually HIV that came into your body within 72 hours and you're taking Truvada, it will stop the replication of it.
How long did you do that for?
Why?
Because I wanted to go to the beach again and I was like,
I have a request. What's new? Yeah, not much longer. We've already been doing this for an hour, so we're going to wrap this up very soon. Isn't like 4 in 10,000 from getting it from a woman. Yeah, it's incredibly uncommon. And in Africa, they say it's a heterosexual issue, but you have to remember in Africa, it's illegal to be gay. It's very dangerous to talk about being gay in Africa. There's no studies out of Africa about gay exposure, nothing. So they choose to call it a heterosexual issue, and when there's a couple that go in and they both test positive, they blame the woman. I've been told this many times. It's always that the woman gave it to the man. So, you know, what can I say? All I can say is there's proof right here. 1 year together, nothing happened. So, I've watched a video on the Berlin patient recently hurt. Sorry that video was so hard to hear. We were in a bar at a USCA convention, and it's really hard to hear. But Timothy Ray Brown is such a kind man, and he'll talk about his and he still feels very connected to the community, which I think is amazing because he doesn't have HIV anymore. It's kind of like weird to talk to him knowing he used to have it and he doesn't. But anyways, he is called the Berlin patient because when all of this happened, he was in Germany at the time and he had leukemia. It was a bone marrow transplant that happened. The bone marrow that was transplanted into his body came from a man of European descent. There is a 1% of these European people that have, there's 1% of that population that carry a gene that is resistant to HIV. So that's what happened to both of those men. They both had leukemia. They had blood marrow transplants. These are very, yeah, it was to help them with the leukemia is what they were doing the blood marrow transplant for. But in turn, it ended up basically getting rid of the HIV because the blood marrow that they got was from a man that had this, or whoever, it was somebody from European descent who actually had that gene that is resistant to HIV. So in that case, they both were cured of HIV. It is not a practical cure for the masses at all. But it may help with some kind of study, and they can move forward with something knowing that this did work. So, but it's, as far as the way it was done, it's a very extreme way of doing it, and I would never, someone even just wrote to me and said, you need to go have your bone marrow, you should go ask and see if you can get your bone marrow replaced. I'm like, what the F? Do you understand what that means? That's not something you just go in one day. I'd like to have a little bone marrow transplant if you don't mind. And can you find that?
We can do this at home. We'll Google it.
Yeah, can you find the donor who has that gene for me, that 1%? Because that would be awesome. This is not going to be something that, it's very, someone else wrote to me, he was an HIV positive advocate, and he said, plus there's a lot of drugs that are pumped through your body during this whole process. And he said,
Probably
sorry,
not,
I'd rather
not
just
an
take my
healthy
pill
process.
every day. No.
Maybe that person will have a short life. I don't know. The London patient that happened.
The new one.
How
There
long
may be
ago?
a third also.
That's a long time ago. The
Yeah.
London guy.
Oh yeah, Fiery Beacon says, don't forget to hit the like button at the end of the stream. Please do that. Yeah, I never say that. I never say like and subscribe. I don't know why. It just isn't in my brain. But yeah, it's great if you like. It does help me. It helps the videos. If it helps support my channel if you like things, for sure. The more likes, the better. They give you a grade on your channel, so the more likes you have. Go through and like all my videos if you feel like doing it. It'd be great. Right now I have a B on my channel. I'd had a B- for a while on what's it called?
I feel that's good.
Yeah, I was so happy I got rid of the minus. I was like, I've been a B- for a long time. I recently became a B. I have a feeling it's going to go back to a B- because it was during that video surge for the last 10 days when YouTube pushed my HIV/AIDS story and pictures. But Social Blade grades your channel basically, and I think I have a B right now. Anyway, it's based on things like that. It's based on likes versus dislikes and views and all that. So if likes really do help us, for sure. Aren't you guys bothered by the constant comments about HIV? No, that's why I'm here. Totally. And he's totally supportive. Do you wish that people would just stop mentioning it for one day? No, it's kind of what I do, and I'm fine with that. It's totally fine. I don't care about a ring, just so you guys know. It's all good. I'm so happy. There's many other things that I don't need a ring. Maybe we could wear a ring someday. I don't know.
We should.
That's fine. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes I wear a ring. I actually have fake rings that I wear, and I like to pretend that it's.
I made one. Do you want it?
I do sometimes. And someone goes, "Oh, did you get engaged?" I'm like, "No, it's like cheap jewelry. I just for fun wear them sometimes." My dad has a Speedo and he's 68. My dad, oh my God, I'll have to post this. My dad has a picture, there's a picture of him walking in our backyard when I was like, I don't know, 6 years old, 5 years old, and he has a Speedo that has, it's the American flag. I mean, it was it's so funny, my dad wore an American flag Speedo. Do you have a Quebec Speedo?
Canadian flag, we used to wear that in like the
You
70s
did?
and 80s, yes.
Okay, so that was the 70s.
Quebec would be so tacky.
Oh my God, it's so funny. My dad was wearing the stars and stripes over his crotch. So funny.
Wow.
That's interesting though, and on and on. And I appreciate you asking that, but it's okay. I'm here to inform people about HIV. I do not mind talking about it at all. That's kind of my life now, so it's totally fine. 6 months ago, I began to sweat fever at night, so I went to the doctor. He wrote a lot of tests, but the whole report is negative, and tests were also negative. But Lucky, I bet you're only with women, so you need to stop worrying.
Yeah, we want to know more, Lucky.
Unless you're gay, but you're negative anyways, so don't worry
He's
about
negative. Do you go out with men?
Would antibodies show up on a rapid test at 6 weeks? For sure, it could. 2 to 12 weeks is the range. Typically, it's going to show up. I think it's like an 80% chance that it'll show up within 2 weeks, and it's like a 99 point something chance that it'll show up within 12 weeks. So there's a little bit of a range, but there's a pretty good chance it's going to show up within 2 weeks. I am Irish, yes. English, Irish, Dutch, German are that's what I've always been told. I've been told I'm a mutt. Yeah. Bye, Vicky. Thank you so much for being here. I was hoping to see your little name on there and your cute little face. So fun to see you. The European descent also has a gene that was resistant to fighting leprosy. Interesting, but in the process created a gene called cystic fibrosis. Oh crap, seriously? I didn't know that. That's where people have all the mucus and they have to have when I worked at the doctor's office, I worked at a lady had come in. She was what do you call it? Not a pharmaceutical, she was a sales rep for this machine that automatically pounded people's backs to get all the crap up that had cystic fibrosis. It was awful. I mean, it was a good thing, I guess, because most people have to do it manually and have people do it on their backs. Your tower of strength, and you should be proud of what you're doing. I do feel proud, but I've got some really amazing support around me, so it makes it easier. Enjoy the tea, Vicky. Well, we should probably go.
We should go.
Yeah, we've got to go enjoy our sunny day. So thanks you guys for joining us, and yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. Be safe. Don't drink and drive, and wear a condom and test for HIV. And what else? If you're HIV positive, go get help. Go get medication. Become undetectable. You won't transmit the virus. Go to www.preventionaccess.org for more information on You Equals You. I sound like a commercial. What else? Like my video, subscribe, and
jennifervaughn.org.
And write on here whatever you have questions about, and I'll try to answer them even after the video. And that's it. I'll put out a video tomorrow. It's going to be my Monday video. I haven't done it yet, but I need to do it. I will. So anyways, that's all for now. Bye, guys. Have a good one. There it goes.
Bye.